Looking up topics for the podcast is kind of hard because there's nothing much going on this week. We had Raw, SmackDown, AEW, Dynamite, this one, that one, left, right, up, down. But in reality, there's nothing going on. We all know about WWE 2K21 being canceled, which I'm happy and sad about. I'm happy because, good, it actually takes them time to actually put effort into the game, have a better launch than what they did with 2K15 back on the PS4 in 2014. Or, there might be there might be something else in the works. I don't know. So I'm happy about that. But I'm sad that I'm stuck with WWE 2K20, and I know they're going to shut down the servers for 2K19 very soon. There's a reason why for that. Which I don't know. I honestly don't know why they would shut down the service. There's even a petition that I signed. There's a petition of keeping 2K19 servers alive. And guess what? I highly doubt that WWE is going to keep 2K19 servers going on. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, outside of that, I thought, okay, wrestling, wrestling-wise, everything was boring. All week, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z shit, playing Xenoverse 2, playing Dragon Ball Fighters, just doing my own thing, Dragon Ball Z-wise, just I even rewatched Super again. I have nothing else better to do. I was in the Dragon Ball Super mood, so why not? Watching a lot of content from, YouTubers about Dragon Ball Z, and I've been enjoying myself. I don't know why. When it comes to wrestling, I always feel down in the dumps, depressed, not in a good state. But yet, when I watch Dragon Ball Z stuff, I just feel better about myself. I don't know why. I'm having more fun playing DBZ games than WWE games or talking about wrestling at all. I don't know. So the only thing I'm hyped about for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I have not played in over a couple of weeks because I'm not gonna lie, when I bought the game in January, I was playing it until like early February, until I got to, I believe when I got to the Buu Saga, and then right when I was Gohan, when I had to go and train with the Kais, I just stopped playing because I realized, okay, I'm at the end. Once I beat the Kai part, then I'll be Goku going up against Kid Buu and Vegeta as well. So, I took a break. I took like a month or two break from Kakarot, and then I finally got back in the game when I heard that the DLC was coming out later this month. So once I heard that DLC was coming out around April 28th, that's when I realized, okay, it's time for me to get back into Kakarot again. I finished the game. Now I'm waiting for the DLC to drop off, and then maybe I might make videos of it. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream it. I really don't know. But I really hope they have updates with the game. I hope there's, this one thing I want with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is PvP, online and offline. That's all I want. That's all everybody wants. I don't know why they didn't do that to begin with. Who would play a video game, a fighting video game, and not have PvP? I mean, that is just ludicrous, to be honest. So hopefully they add it back, or they do something, DLC, I don't care what they do, as long as they add it to make this game a lot better than what it is now. The game was decent. I'm not gonna cap. I won't lie. The game was decent because you're playing the same old story again. Voice acting was great. Some scenes were underwhelming. Some scenes were blessed. But yeah, it was a good game. A decent to good game. If they add PvP, then it'll be a lot better. The combat system is a bit weird for me. But then again, I've been playing more Xenoverse than Kakarot. At the same time, though, with Kakarot, the dashing thing, where you're able to dash away from your opponent's attacks. I mean, I could see people overusing that online. I don't know if they're gonna fix that or not, but I don't know. Either way, so I'm just gonna wait for them to update Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Hopefully they have good updates and not just boring. I had so much hope and high expectations when I heard. I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I heard that there was no PvP, I was like, I'm still gonna enjoy the game, but Damn it. Damn it. Because, like, one of the best things about DBZ games is the PvP part. Not really the story mode. The story mode is alright, whatever. But, you know, like, I won't lie. Like, Budokai 1 is probably the best video game to ever have with cutscenes, in my opinion. Yeah, some might say Burst Limit, but yeah, there's some things I didn't like about Burst Limit. Either way, I still think Budokai 1 is the best one story mode with the cutscenes ever. No other video game can top that until Kakarot. So, well, not really Kakarot. Kakarot, there's still things like I don't like Gohan's voice. His voice acting is so terrible. Good grief. Like Gohan, like Frieza, I got used to. Frieza. I like Frieza now. The current voice of Frieza, but like go back in the day, Frieza is way better than what it is now. I'm just saying. That's just me. I don't know. Like, you see how easy it is for me to talk about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and Xenoverse and all this shit, but yeah, I can't talk about one thing about wrestling because wrestling's on a downslope. Wrestling sucks right now because it's just not good. Dude, I've turned off AEW Dynamite 3 times in the last 3 weeks. 3 times this month. 3 times. There's only been one AEW show I've watched straight forward for 2 hours straight, and I think it was like earlier this month. Outside of that, the last 3 weeks I've turned off AEW and I just did anything else but watch it. I'm not even gonna lie. See, with SmackDown, I watched it because I had nothing else better to do, and I was actually in the wrestling mood to watch SmackDown for the entire, well, not really the entire 2 hours. I gotta skim through, made it about 30 minutes, not really 2 hours, but I skimmed it through to make it 30 minutes, you know? Monday Night Raw, I watched it for an hour, and I just cut it off. I didn't really watch it anymore. I didn't really care. And then, yeah. NXT, everyone watched NXT this week. All I know was that Adam Cole pinned the NXT champion, Adam Cole, Tom Phillips. Either way, that's all that happened. That's all that took place within the last couple of days, and it's only been 7 minutes and 27 seconds of counting of this podcast. And yeah, I have nothing else better to talk about. I'm just gonna look up random news and see what's there. The Rock comments on the upcoming episode of Dark Side of the Ring, which I love these documentaries. Oh my god, they do one of the greatest works today as far as documentary goes. Like, these are the best wrestling documentaries I've seen ever. That might be a stretch, but ever to me. The Benoit one still creeps in my mind, but the one the most entertaining, funny one is New Jack, no doubt. But the one that I'm like, oh shit, like you know, Fabulous Moolah or fucking Snooker. Snooker's the one that got me like, oh shit, he actually did what he did. There's no fucking way she ended up dead, randomly getting like injuries on her head. And he said earlier that he, you know, was caught dragging her head onto the floor. I mean, come on. Easy. Either way. So The Rock comments on an up-and-coming Dark Side of the Ring episode. He wrote, "This man was one of my all-time fave heels bad guys in pro wrestling and an influence on me when I first shook his hand in Hawaii when I was 12. I've seen an early cut of this episode and highly recommend you watch. If you have any square circle DNA in your blood." So The Rock, pretty much, it's pretty much about Dr. D. David Schultz became a world-class bounty hunter. It's pretty much about the guy that wrote the one wrestler that smacked the shit out of the one interviewer that said that wrestling's fake. Pretty much, it's about that guy. So I guess I can't wait to see what's gonna be said about him. He's still alive to this day. I did research on him. He's still alive to this day, and I saw clips, and he's in the documentary, which I appreciate. You know, it's kind of hard for me to watch documentaries about people who are not in it, like Benoit and Fabulous Moolah and Jimmy Snuka as well. And you have other people talking for them. I don't really like that. But then again, what can I do? You know, what can they do? So it is what it is. SmackDown draws poor numbers in overnight ratings. Oh, no shit. Of course they did. SmackDown was... I don't know what to call SmackDown. Was it trash? I guess. Was it bad? It's anything but good. How about that? Anything but good. That's all I'll say. Okay? I didn't watch the women's tag team title match. Should I? Should anyone recommend me to watch the women's tag team title match? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth watching or not, but it is what it is. Okay, so SmackDown drew an average 2.014 million viewers in the overnight ratings, according to Showbuzz Daily. Hour 1 drew 2.50 million, then Hour 2 dropped to 1.978 million. God damn. That's tough. Yeah, I don't really care about the demographic. 0.5 rating in the 1849 demographic. Number 7 of the night. Blue Bloods topped the night. 0.8 NFL draft rounds 2 and 3 drew an average of 0.73. And for its 3-hour run on Friday night, if the numbers hold up, it would be down 7.9 from last night's SmackDown episode, which drew 2.1 million. Okay, so in the end of the day, SmackDown ain't looking good. SmackDown has been in the 2s all fucking year. There has not been one SmackDown episode that has reached 3 mil. That's tough. You know, last year, the only time they drew 3.9 mil when The Rock came back on the first debut episode on Fox, right? So outside of that, no. They have not reached that since. Maybe the SmackDown. I thought the SmackDown when they had the NXT wrestlers on it, I thought a lot of people would watch it, because when it was announced that wrestlers was held back in Saudi Arabia, I thought people were gonna watch it, but no, it was still like 2.5, I think. It was 2.6 mil, so not a good spot. Not a good spot. Backstage news on Drake Maverick and Sarah Logan's WWE status. All right. So, it was sad to see that Drake Maverick got fired. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was very sad. Very sad indeed that he got let go. Right? He made a Twitter video on Twitter, obviously. And it got a lot of people's attention. Some people even cried or shed a tear. Or just felt overall sad for the guy. Even though on Twitter he would make vignettes of him saying, I ain't done yet. I'm going out swinging. Blah, blah, all that stuff. So to read this article here on WrestlingInc.com, there's been speculation that WWE is keeping Drake Maverick, but that's not the case. According to news reports from PW Insider and Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Maverick was released last week along with other talents, and that release was legitimate and still stands. Maverick revealed when he was released that the company was allowing him to work his last 3 matches in the tournament to crown a new NXT Cruiserweight interim champion. He lost to Jake Atlas this week on NXT and will face Tony Nese in another tournament match next week on Wednesday. WWE is now doing an angle where they work Maverick's release into a storyline, but as of this week, the release still stands. Maverick is still cut. NXT saw Maverick cut multiple emotional promos on how he was fighting to save his job, and that if that didn't work, he would leave the company as the new champion. On a related note, it was reported earlier, which I'm shocked that they kept mentioning her name on Raw, even though she got fired the week prior. They kept mentioning her name over and over and over again. They mentioned her more times than when she was actually there, when she was signed. How Sarah Logan was planned to be used in a segment during Raw's episode, but plans were changed at the last minute. Logan, who was backstage at Raw because she's obviously married to Viking Raider Ro, aka Eric, right? Was also cut last week. Sarah Logan, who was backstage at Raw, was also cut last week with the others. The Observer reports that Logan was booked to be used in a few segments on this week's Raw. WWE is not planning to keep her employed, but the idea was that since they are paying her during her 90-day non-compete clause, then they would use her if there was a reason to. There's still no word yet on what WWE had planned for Logan on Raw. WWE scripted her name into a few promos related to Liv Morgan versus Ruby Riott match and the Shayna Baszler breaking the arm storyline. Since the idea was that Logan would be used for a short while, the decision was then made to pull Logan from the show, but then kept her name in the promos, which I found very odd. Everyone that they let go, they don't mention. Hell, when they showed Jeff Hardy's, mini documentary series that they got going on, and they showed like Jeff Hardy coming back to WWE in 2017, they tried to show less of Matt Hardy. I was like watching that with a Hawkeye vision. Like I was paying attention to every little detail. Whenever Jeff Hardy's in one angle, they were like trying to make sure it's on Jeff and not on his bro. Like I'm just saying. The Observer believed that Logan may have been used in a segment with the Viking Raiders, as she is married to Eric. The drop segments may still take place next week. Oh, I swear to God, if she shows up in the back of that car yelling Viking, I swear on everything I love. that segment on Raw made me stop watching Raw. That segment alone, where you have Hanson, also known as Ivar, holding a chicken leg, and they're just saying some whatever. They're just saying stuff, and they end it with saying Viking Raiders. I refuse. The drop segments may still take place next week, or we could see Logan brought back in some other capacity while they wait for her non-compete clause to expire. As of this week, Maverick and Logan are both scheduled to be officially done with WWE once their 90-day no-compete clause will expire on July 15th. That's also the same day that EC3 will be free. FreeEC3.com. WWE may use some of the release talents during these 90 days because they are paying them if the wrestler hasn't already earned their downside money. Sad. So EC3, once his 90-day no-compete clause is done, then I see him in AEW. The man was listening to Jericho's theme song while working out. I saw a clip of that. I'm like, okay, he's going to AEW. If not AEW, I would love to see him back where he belongs in Impact Wrestling. Oh, EC3 versus, I guess, Sami Callihan would be good. I don't know. Let's get to the main event, y'all. Main event time on the podcast. So, I was on Twitter, and I saw a tweet regarding the Velveteen Dream. Okay? So, I was like, okay, what did the Dream do now? Right? I'm seeing vague-looking tweets from other, I guess YouTube personalities, other wrestling YouTube content creators, etc. And I'm just like, okay, what happened? What is going on with Velveteen Dream? So, as I look it up, I was like, okay, why do I see pictures of Velveteen Dream having a DM where his duel is out, his piece is out? Why? But thankfully they covered up in the photo. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I was trying to figure that out. I was like, why is Velveteen Dream in a scandal? What did he do? And I find out that the dude apparently was talking to underage girls. Oh, okay. So he was talking to underage females. Okay. That's what I got. So when I saw that, I was like, okay. So okay, here's what I saw. Okay, a tweet from Suicidal Ferrari fan. Right, I just see a post. It says, quote, he posted on his Instagram story that his DMs were open and now he's genuinely sending my friends and I messages of a sexual nature. I like to think it's a hacker, but I don't know. How do I begin to approach this? How do I contact WWE? I have proof. Edit, here's the proof, the image. Edit, he blocked me on Instagram after I wouldn't send him an uncensored nude pic back. Edit. I'm really worried about all this. Does anyone have legal advice or whatnot? I'm thinking of deleting this all and getting it to the police instead. Edit. I'm 17. My friends are 15 and 16. Edit. The evidence that is him is as follows. His phone number is Washington area code. His voice in the calls was accurate. It was off of his verified Instagram account, and the picture he sent is believable. And yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if it's real or not. I pray to God it's fake, and it looks like it to me, but I don't want to be so sure. And after giving time, I haven't heard much. I haven't heard TMZ report it. I haven't heard any of the big news reporters report it. You know, like the Meltzers, the Alvarez. You know, I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. So I was like, okay, I guess it's a fake then. Because I know nobody else has talked about it, right? And then Velveteen Dream came on Twitter and said, "Be assured I did not communicate inappropriately with anyone. A private photo of mine was shared without my consent or knowledge, and I'm working with a third party to look into this matter." Thank God. Now, at first, I went into this tweet blindly, and I was like, okay, you fool, why would you say anything? Because I was rethinking about Tessa Blanchard, even though it's a different scenario, but still, it's one of those situations where if you say something, there's a chance you're guilty, right? So, again, I tried not to let it get to me. I was like, okay, give it time. I still haven't heard shit. Me and my friends were like, yo, his career is done. I have made jokes about R. Kelly. I won't cap. So, after that, thankfully, I saw another post, right, saying that a fan, I guess a racist fan, was trying to get the Dream's attention, and the Dream was not with it. I don't know. And then the person that initially made the tweet or whatever and got it all. I don't know. It was a lot going on. In the end of the day, nothing was heard about it. I haven't heard anything about it, so it seems to be fake. So, let me go to the Wrestling article here. WWE NXT superstar The Velveteen Dream took to Twitter this afternoon to deny allegations of being against him. Dream has been trending worldwide on social media since this morning after a screenshot was posted on Reddit, which I heard it was a dangerous place to be at. Reddit. It was more dangerous than my local gang neighborhood over here that I got. It's more dangerous than that. That's crazy. Alleged to be of a direct message exchange he had with an underage fan on Instagram. The exchange allegedly had Dream sending a photo of his private parts to the fan and asking for a photo in return. The speculation was that Dream had been hacked, as anyone who got into his account would have access to any photos he had previously shared with others. So yeah, he tweeted about he had no inappropriate communications, yada yada yada. Yeah. So, reading that, it kind of reminds me of Seth Rollins in 2015. I don't know if you guys remember that. When Seth Rollins had his inappropriate pics taken, and, you know, it wasn't sent towards an underage person, but at the same time, it was like he had his, I don't think he had his account hacked, but he had his account, you know, in a situation where it was his private photos were exposed online. His dick was out and everything, right? I don't know. All I know is Dream seemed to be in the clear. Thank God he's in the clear for now. I don't know. Hopefully this will not spark up anything else. If Dream gets fired for this, it would be so much. Honestly, I thought he would get fired for this shit if it was true, but thank God it's not true. Just a stupid fan try to, you know, take shit out of proportion, you know, make something out of nothing, pretty much. Blowing shit out of proportion. if Dream got fired over this, then you know there would be a lot of people calling WWE racist because, well, Lars Sullivan has done so much shit, and yet he's still there. But then again, it was his past compared to Dream doing this shit now, I guess. So I don't know, but I'm just saying that's what. That was my mouse flipping. I'm just saying that's what a lot of people believe. That's what a lot of fans will believe in. They're like, oh, Lars Sullivan did this and that. He said something about Stephanie McMahon and all this shit. But yeah, you still keep him around. But Velveteen Dream, you know, like shit like that. Either way, I'm glad this is fake. I'm glad Dream is still good. I hope Dream is still in the position. Cause I believe Dream is gonna win the NXT Championship from Adam Cole at some point and become the new NXT champion, I mean the first black superstar, I believe. I might be wrong on that. No, second black. Big E was the first black. Second black NXT champion in history. So there is that. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the 7 Days podcast. Nothing else for me to talk about. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I can't wait for that shit. The DLC. Hopefully be fire. I don't know. I'm getting ready to stream, which you guys are gonna see the podcast probably tomorrow on Sunday. If not Sunday, then maybe Monday. I don't know. There'll be a Universe Mode teaser video coming out as well. A lot of content coming out from your boy within the next week. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Like, subscribe from the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. There's really nothing else for me to talk about. Or at least that I want to talk about. I don't care about Deonna Purrazzo, what she has to say about her being fired. I don't really care about SmackDown that much. I don't care about Tamina. I don't care about Kenta. Blah blah blah. No, I don't care. I don't care about opinions. I just don't care. I'm not like all these people that has to read and talk about opinion. No, this week. I mean, I'm not in the mood to care about opinions. You know, that's it. On any other day, maybe, but today I'm not in the mood. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm out later.